Welcome home and welcome to base, everybody. We're here with Juampi from Talent Protocol. Really glad to have you today and would love for you to share a little bit about yourself.
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for having me here. Actually, I love being on camera. To be honest, I love sharing. My thoughts, talk, literally, my work is talking. So it's great to be here, and of course, it's related to base. But yeah, for those who don't know me, I'm Juampi. I'm leading developer relationships at Talent Protocol. But most importantly, I'm a builder, and I'm mostly a base builder. At least most of the things that I do are on base. I love the ecosystem, I love the people there, and I love the culture, and that's really important. So yeah, excited to be here.
And he was not paid to say that, just so you all know. And
Then
it really helps
you
to
can
have.
transfer to my wallet. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah, I already sent it. I already sent it. Yeah. So I'm really glad to have you here. Really glad that you're a base builder. And I'm really excited to hear about some of the on-chain use cases that we're going to go over today. So first, I'd like to start with asking you a little bit about how you got into crypto and why and what really interests you.
Oof, that's a long story actually, but I got like on 2014, my uncle told me about Bitcoin. I didn't vote, of course. I wouldn't be here. So, but at least I
True.
knew there was like magic money flowing around the internet. Then when I like finished high school and I was like searching for like a career to study at the university, I also started to look more in depth into like financials and like trying to save money, like getting some USD. I'm from Argentina, by the way, so we have like a lot of crypto adoption and a lot of economic problems, so they go hand in hand, right? So yeah, I discovered like crypto and I started like buying my first Bitcoin, my first Ethereum, and then was
You
like
use
the
Tron.
pandemic, so everyone was locked in and I had like a lot more time to dig in. And then you had like the DeFi kind of summer, play to earn, NFTs, all these huge things coming into crypto. So yeah, I was learning more about the technology and getting in love with it. And yeah, it was like a big snowball, and now I'm here talking with you.
Honestly, there's no better person to talk about on-chain use cases than somebody from Argentina because obviously Argentina was one of the first to really adopt crypto in a very real way, especially for payments, for stable coins, etc. I'm very curious. Did you interact with Tron before Ethereum by any chance?
Yes, of course. Most of the people here in Argentina, the P2Ps that we call, so basically you have like USD cash or pesos. Pesos is our local currency, and you want to get a crypto stablecoin, USDT, most of the cases, you go to a P2P, and most of them only use Tron. And that's because they don't really know about crypto. I mean,
Yeah.
their job is to exchange money for other and get a fee. So their way to go for them was Tron. Like I assume the first people that started say like, okay, USDT on Tron. So everyone was copy
Mhm.
them and they don't know like about Ethereum or Polygon or whatever. Now with all the adoption, blah 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 blah, there are more people that know about other blockchains. So you can probably send USDC on base. That's not a problem. And now you also have like exchanges and crypto cards here from Argentina, and you can just directly swap inside their app, so you don't need to go to a P2P.
It's amazing how easy it is and how many people really are already crypto native. When I run a residency for artists and developers called Kismet Casa, and when we our very first Airbnb that we hosted at, they asked to be paid in Tron. And I was absolutely dumbfounded. I was like, "Hey, could I send you ETH instead?" And they're like, "Well, if you do, you need to send us $20 extra for gas fees." So I was like, "Please, like, please let me send you extra $20 for gas fees to not let me have to touch Tron." That would be incredible. But Justin Sun just happened to be first. And compared to today's scammers, honestly, Justin Sun looks like a good person. So it's honestly the work that he did. I think that there was real value because it did actually showcase why on chain matters to so many people in Latam and specifically in Argentina. So it's it seems like most people are switching from Tron to more L2s like Base specifically, which is why I think this conversation is very important. But it's been really interesting to see sort of that level of adoption and how more and more people have becoming more educated and how they as they become more educated they move away from Tron towards Ethereum and towards Base. So um, is there any last thoughts on that little piece?
So, I mean, yeah, I mean, the most you crypto is used the most here in Argentina for like payments and mostly for savings.
Savings, yeah.
Uh, so yeah, people save on USD here in Argentina. Of course, then you have like the people that actually invest their money, but I'm talking about saving.
Mhm.
They save on USD because our currency is super volatile.
Volatile.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah, but now with Milei, it's kind of like steady, it's coming stronger. I'm a Milei supporter. Of course, I bought Libra, and of course, I lost in Libra. That was fucked up from his part. To be honest, I'm not blind. I say the good things and the bad things, but
Yeah,
overall,
yeah.
I think he's doing like a great thing with economics and all that. But yeah, so we use USD for saving, and the easiest way to get USD right now actually is crypto, is
Right.
USDT, and USDC is stablecoin. So most people use it for that. And when I say payment, it's like most of the people that work for the foreign, like for example myself, they get two options. They or get paid on crypto, but that's kind of like a niche. You actually need to work for a crypto company or do some illegal shits on the internet to get paid on crypto. And then the other way is you get USD on a local bank account that
Mm,
accepts USD. But it's super shitty to get that cash out. So a lot of people
right.
use these crypto apps, like for example, I don't know, Lemon. You
Mm.
have a Velo. Those are local ones, and then you have like third-party options, like for example, our friends at Moonwell, that they are like one of the biggest lending and borrowing platforms on Base. They are like now opening like a feature that lets you open like a bank account on USDs for people from Latam. That's really useful.
Oh,
So you
wow.
get crypto there, or yeah, like other business pay you on USD, but you receive crypto. So for example, you receive USDC in a one-of-one change, and that's amazing. And then you can do
Wow.
whatever you want with that USD. You can change it to pesos if you want, or use USDC and pay with card, and you get shares of your crypto card with USDC. That's the main use cases, and I actually use it every single day. That's how I pay for my things.
With
Uh,
Moonwell.
yeah, with Moonwell. In this case,
Oh,
with
and
Moonwell. I sometimes use Lemon, but right
right.
now I'm using Moonwell most of the
Wow.
days. So, for example,
That's incredible.
yesterday I booked for a plane to Mexico using Moonwell, and every day I pay my coffee on chain using Lemon, and that's pretty cool.
And
Yeah.
you got the physical Moonwell card.
No, no, I just prefer to use Apple Pay. I don't like
Okay.
having a physical wallet with myself. I always lose it. So I prefer to go with my phone and do like this. It's
Yep.
more of it. I mean, I work in tech, so yeah, I need to
Yeah,
use
it's
Apple Pay.
it's more modern, it's more seamless for
Yeah,
sure.
it's yeah.
Alright, so
But yeah.
I think we hit on like the most important use cases. I'm glad we started there too with payments, stable coins, and savings. Two very, very important or three very, very important use cases in crypto and by far the most important, especially to people who like need crypto for its actual use case, not Americans who want to just invest in crypto to make money rather than actually use it. So now outside of those important necessities and those very, very, very poignant use cases. What else is exciting you? And it doesn't necessarily have to be on base, but I guess bonus points if it is.
Okay, what excites me right now about the current meta of crypto? Of course, it's I mean, I'm a huge fan of Web3 Social or SocialFi or Consumer Crypto. I don't know, it has different names. Right now, I prefer Consumer Crypto. I think sounds more fancy.
Yep.
But yeah, that always was my vertical. Is where I find the most interesting things. Well, as I mentioned, I work at Talent Protocol, and we are working with on-chain reputation. So that's also a field that I think it's amazing. It has a lot of use cases. People would think it's only on HR, and of course that makes a lot of sense because you want to hire someone, you want to see their reputation, that their data is not fragmented, all behind one's identity and verify, transparent, blah 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 blah. but also has other cool use cases for, so for example, in finance, we are seeing a lot of under collateralized lendings. There are some guys building on base actually, that they are like free chain, I think it's called their platform, and
Hmm.
they are like working on under collateralized lendings. And their first MVP actually was with our reputation data, with our builder
Ah,
score and with Datapod. So that was really cool. I remember Jesse was super excited. Right now, I think they are like pivoting
how,
and using like other
how was the data used
sources.
exactly?
Sorry.
How was the data used exactly? Could you go into that a little bit?
Yeah, so for example, they were like checking if you fit certain criteria that was our in our API. Like, so for example, I don't know if you participated on a base buildathon, or if you had certain amount of transactions on Ethereum, and your builder score, how high it was, and based on that, you could access like a amount of credits based on your social reputation and not on the money
Uh,
that you hold. And I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a huge thing we are going to see later this year, probably. I'm bullish on that. I could actually talk about under collateralizing a lot, but I will leave it there. Another use case that is super interesting based on on-chain reputation is governance. So I'm from Argentina, and this is like a hot take, but I don't think everyone should be allowed to vote. Believe me. Yeah, it's true. Um,
Well, I
so
could
I
see that,
would
especially
actually,
from being from Latam. I understand the sentiment, especially because like the political environment feels very similar to like the 1970s in the US. So it's like, there's a lot of education and a lot of there's a lot that still needs to come to light, I should say.
exactly. I mean, here in the past they were like giving actually free hot dogs to people just to vote for them, and they vote for them. So yeah, we were super fucked up.
It's like
Um,
mob shit, yeah.
yeah. It's incredible. So what if actually the highest qualified people in the society, the ones with the highest reputation, the most knowledge, could, I don't know, maybe their votes are valued by 2x, maybe, or actually the people that are not so qualified has, I don't know, half of their voting power. That could be really interesting in governance solutions, for example, for DAOs.
Well, especially
Um,
because if you have like real reputation too, you'll be able to make it very specific to that person. So if like this person is very high quality in some areas but not others, you might be able to weight their vote accordingly.
yeah,
So and the person might even be able to suggest like what their vote should be weighted. Like they should maybe even be able to say like, hey, like I don't participate in politics and don't know anything, but like I still want to vote. So like I should vote, but my weight should be less, and I know that. So like
yeah.
maybe having individuals actually participate and decide like, hey, like, my vote
Yeah,
actually should be less
or
and
maybe there in
therefore
a
like
DAO, yeah, or maybe in a DAO there's a proposal that is like super technical and nothing to do with marketing or sponsoring
right,
an event. So you don't want normal people to vote. You
right,
actually want literally developers to vote, so you
right,
can
or vice
track that. Or
exactly.
the way around. You are something from marketing that an introvert dev doesn't know anything related. So yeah, he doesn't need to vote. That's an interesting one. Then like I'm a fan of social media. Like I spend most of my days on Twitter and of course on Farcaster and also sometimes on Lens Protocol too. And for example, I'm a huge fan of custom feeds, custom algorithms. I really like the algorithm from Twitter, even though sometimes recommend me weird things that I can't say. But yeah, that's kind of weird. But for example, now with open social graph, a permissionless social graph like Lens and Farcaster, you can create your own algorithm where it recommends you the people, I don't know, with the best builder scores out there, or with certain data points. For example, you want to create your own base feed, so you can search for on-chain data related to base. We have like base buildathon, base winner, base builder reward. We have a lot of data points related to base, and you can create your own custom feed, and other people can add it and can use it on their own social media feed, and that's really interesting actually.
Speaking of, I'll put a shill in for mbd.xyz. I'm not sure if you use embed, but embed is actually a way for users to be able to create their own social feeds. And the product is currently being positioned for like orgs to create social feeds, but I mean, if you're a really savvy individual, you can start to do it yourself.
I will try it. Yeah, for sure. I'm not super. I'm more rel than dev, so I do more like BD rather than actually coding. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, you
I'm
said
not
you love to be on
technically
camera,
smart.
so
Yeah,
yeah, that
yeah.
has to be the case. Yeah.
But my builder score is big enough, so yeah.
I love that. Bigger than most rels. Yeah.
Yes, yes, of course.
Uh,
But yeah.
this is good. We've gone over under collateralized lending, of course, the real use cases of stablecoins, payments, savings, governance, and now consumer apps like SocialFi. Is there any other on-chain use cases that, because we've sort of covered most, like consumer focus, DeFi, etc. So if there's any other on-chain use cases that come to mind, I have one, but feel free to think of something real quick if there's anything.
I mean, I could really go into creators and how NFTs and like on chain are helping them,
Do it.
but
Give it a
yeah.
quick like
Ah,
2 minutes.
well, okay, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
in other life, I was a content creator. Let's start with that. My frustrated dream was to be a YouTuber or a successful streamer. That for sure. I ended up on tech, so yeah, pivoting on life. But I actually know and see how some content creators near to me are struggling a lot. Like, say, for example, I had like a friend that she was like a super famous model here in Argentina, and she worked based on Instagram. And one day, Instagram like literally delete her account, and she was like devastated because it was actually her weapon for the work.
right.
And other people that are not making money, not making enough money thanks to social media revenues or whatever. And yeah, if you think in actually in theory, because in practice I want to be honest, and I don't think it's really working that much. But
Right.
in theory, content creators could benefit a lot of on chain because yeah, 100% of the revenues for them. They have like a lot of different distribution channels such as Farcaster, Sora, even Twitter. If you want to use some tools, they have like their social graph of their most loyal fans where they can reward them, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, I think content creators could be like 100% better with on-chain tools.
Yeah, this is an important topic because I mean, not only can creators be rewarded, but also builders as well. And maybe we should get into a little bit about what Talent Protocol is, what builder rewards are, and how people can participate in like the current collaboration between Talent and Base.
So yeah, let me share my screen for Talent Protocol. I think we have a cool thing that we say that is show, don't tell. So I'm going to show. I'm not exactly telling you what to do. But yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm not lagging anymore. But yeah, for example, this is my talent profile. Basically, talent protocol is like an on-chain reputation protocol. We aggregate data from different sources, on-chain and off-chain, and we aggregate all that data in one profile. Why? Because nowadays information is fragmented across the internet. I have like an account on LinkedIn, an account on Instagram, on Twitter, and there are also some people that perceives me in some way and others in another way. So my reputation is kind of fragmented. So we aggregate all that in one place. And another huge problem is that reputation nowadays is self-reported. So I can go to LinkedIn and put that I'm CEO of Google if I want. People wouldn't believe it, but you get the point. So here, of course, thanks to blockchain, we have verified data and transparent data, and that's really cool. So yeah, no more theory, let's go to practice. This is my talent profile. So for example, this is my builder score. I have 178 and I'm in this rank position. I think it's pretty cool considering there are like 20k thousand developers on chain ecosystem. And yeah, I can connect all my socials, so have it all in one place. And here you can see like different sources of data points. So for example, base build earnings, on-chain summer, build Latin participant. I was a participant there. I was also a judge. That's really interesting. And yeah, like data from Twitter, from ENS. If you complete bounties on Bounty Caster, a lot of data of GitHub. We are super deep into GitHub, so we fetch a lot of data there. If you want like an It Global a hackathon, or if you are a finalist, etc. You see the point. So based on all that information, we give you the builder score, and the builder score can get everything you want on chain. Like for example, access a group based on your builder score, and all the use cases that we talked before, based on your builder score. Then we have like cool search. This is kind of like an interface of what our API is capable of doing. Our API is super strong. We are powering most of the well-known brands in the ecosystem, of course, including Base and Coinbase. So that's really cool. And yeah, for example, in our interface, you can search based on different filters. For example, builders that have minimum a builder score of 85, and I don't know, have a outgoing transactions on Base, and have some, I don't know, on-chain activity, and I don't know, a lot of different reputation endpoints. And yeah, you can search for them, and we'll give you the created list. And the cool thing is that then you can export it as a CSV. So it's really interesting, actually. So yeah, that's basically all what Talent Protocol is about. It's not too much science. It's a reputation protocol. We aggregate data. Boom, you have the builder score that we want to be the standard for all ecosystem, not only Base, but for everyone. Let me stop sharing my screen.
So I think a good place to start after talking a little bit about what talent is how people should use it, and what the best way for people to start using it right now if they've never interacted with it before.
Okay, so the best way to use Talent, I mean, Talent is a protocol, not an app. The app you saw, of course, it's an app we built ourselves, but this was mostly to give like one place to have a fancy UIs where you can actually see your reputation physically. But we don't build actually use cases. Other that, and this is the where the cool thing comes. Other apps or protocols or ecosystems start building on top of our rich reputation data, and they can build different use cases and different apps, as we mentioned before. Free Jane for finance. There is a guy that is doing a matchmaking based on AI and using the Talent API to full his LLM. So that's pretty interesting. I think it's called View AI. Then you have Etherscan. Etherscan is also showing Talent Protocol reputation for their accounts, and they can all build on top of our reputation data. So yeah, but something that we can highlight is what we launched with Base literally last week. That is called Builder Rewards.
Ooh,
So yeah, interesting. I mean, rewards. Everything that has the word reward would be interesting,
devs can
right?
get paid.
Yeah, people can get paid, right? So yeah,
Builders, listen up.
yeah, builders. The concept behind a builder reward is like basically Base and Talent Protocol wants to reward all builders that are contributing to the ecosystem. The thing is that there were several experiments on the past with this. For example, rounds. I don't know if you guys remember rounds, base build. It was called, where each people needed to post what they were building that week, and there were like, I mean, it was great. Don't get me wrong. It was amazing. I think I was in the top 11 historical of
A
base builds earnings, so that's pretty cool. I made an income with that, and I got a lot of spotlight, and I was helping other builders also get a lot of spotlight there. So it was a
very
great
active.
initiative.
Yeah, it
But the
was.
problem is that first of all, there were a lot of fake submissions, so you could present something you built like a month before. It was hard to manage. I remember, I think it was Kabir that poor Kabir, he needed to enter every week and start creating and liking thousands of posts. And of course, it's really difficult, and it won't scale.
Right.
And yeah, and also people needed to actually go there and post on base bill, and it was kind of a friction, right? Now, with builder rewards, what we wanted to make is literally this: you build, you get rewarded. That's all. It's as simple as that. It's so simple that looks like magic. So
So how do they even submit, for example?
yeah, they don't submit. There's no a platform where they need to go. You don't need to sign up anywhere. You just build and get rewarded. But going a bit deep on that is that we track your GitHub activity and your smart contract activity. Like, for example, how many volume of addresses are using your smart contracts, how many money you are generating, I don't know, amount of gas fees generated, or based on all of your smart contracts, your contributions to specific repositories, commits, etc. All GitHub activity. Based on that, we analyze that week by week, and also based on your builder score, you get certain amount of points, and that points are translated into Ethereum. So at the end of each week, everyone that is building on Base in public, because they need to be public repositories, but this is like a privacy thing. I mean, we can't access your private repositories. So yeah, if you build on public, you get a slice of that Ethereum. There were today we distributed the first batch, and there were a lot of people that they didn't even know they gained some Ethereum, and they were actually qualifying. And it's pretty simple to be eligible. You just need a base name that most of the people have. A human checkmark on Talent Protocol. This is due to legal aspects. I mean, you will always have like a little bit of friction, but it's super simple because we have like a lot of options to get a human checkmark. So that's pretty interesting. And a builder score above 40. That now with the builder score B2 that we released, that is a new scoring system, it's super easy to get a builder score above 40. I mean, super easy.
Can we
So
actually
yeah.
talk a little bit about how the score is calculated, and what metrics you guys currently hit on, and how you calculate some of those weights?
Oh yeah,
I mean, this is because this is just like, it's no secret that in reputation, like, this is the hardest problem to solve, is like how to choose which metrics matter and how to weight them. So I'm just very curious how you guys are thinking about it.
So each data point we track has like a different weight. We have like different categories. We have like credibility, identity, or I think it's now called humanity. Then we have like skills, then we have activity. And inside of each category, we have again more filters. So for example, if it's financial activity, if it's social activity, if it's etc. activity, if it's for creators, if it's for developers. And based on all those filters and categories that we make, we assign different weights for each data point. It's literally like that. Based on that, you will get some points. And at the end of the day, the sum up of all those points is your builder score. We are also looking now with the builder score B2. One of the main things that we want to make is that it's more dynamic. So, for example, if you are a more reputable builder based on other metrics, maybe you have boosters and more weight to data points that other people have less weight. And that
Interesting.
completely makes sense because it's your reputation. And we will add also new scoring. So you will not only have like your builder score, but maybe your creator score or your designer score. That's super interesting. And the cool thing is that that's 100% permissionless. Our API will be able for you as a builder, you use our API and you can create your own scoring system. So maybe you want to do home-based score, you could definitely make it with the Talent Protocol API.
That's really interesting. All right, so let's ideate through if we want to make a home-based score. Let's start with this. Everyone who's currently watching this, go put your base name into the chat right now. Add your base name. If you don't have a base name, put your ENS. If you don't have an ENS, put your Ethereum address. So your base name, your ENS, or your Ethereum address, go put that in right now. So let's assume everyone who puts in their base name into the comments, let's assume we add these all into one segment. We connect with the Talent Protocol API, and we mark these as like Homebase individuals, right? Then we can sort of like make a directory of all of these like Homebase participants, etc., and create weights and scores depending based on like Talent Protocol's weighting.
Exactly. You can, for example, I don't know, as you say, you get all the base names put on the chat, you get an Excel, maybe you create an attestation if you want them on chain or whatever, or maybe you airdrop them something or whatever. And then on the API for those addresses, you create a score that is only available for them. And yeah, then you can select if you want to include data points that we already have, or maybe add your custom data points. That's really cool.
So
Yeah, you select your own weights.
I didn't have to use your scoring system, for example.
I mean, we give you the structure and we give you all the data points. So, for example, we have like more than 70 data points. Maybe you want, I don't know, only base rewards and base billaton participant and base transactions. So you add them to your
Got it.
scoring system. You give them the weight you want for all the base names that you already specified, and you create your creator score.
All
Just
right,
a quick
perfect.
note, this is not possible right now. We launched Builder Score B2 literally last week, but we are launching like new unlocks every week, every month, and the building your own score is something that we already publicly announced that will be possible.
I think it'd
And
be
we are
really
working. I mean, our API is already ready. Our infrastructure is already ready to handle it. We just need to ship the first payment.
I think it's really, really interesting actually. And I would love to even like, test it out. Like whenever you're ready, let me know. We'll hop on a Homebase live stream and we'll create a Homebase builder creator score or participant score, contributor score, maybe something like that. Just as like a cool little visual, make like
For
a
sure.
dashboard, maybe a heat map, something just to visualize, all of the people and how they interact with each other.
That sounds amazing.
Statuette gave me a similar idea earlier today, so I think we can merge these two ideas into
Yeah,
one.
she's a huge idea girl.
Yeah, idea queen for sure. But the best ideas and the best one to execute on them. So glad to
Yeah.
have her in our corner for sure.
No, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so is there anything else before we move on? Is there anything else from Talent Protocol that you'd like to share about what you guys are working on, what you guys are building, or any more about the collaboration with Base?
Uh, Not
Maybe a
really. I mean,
link or
yes.
socials even.
Sorry.
Maybe even a link or socials.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this link will be shared with you or the people watching this, but you can go to talentprotocol.com and that's our landing page. You can then click on launch app and go to the app. You can follow us at Talent Protocol on Twitter and Talent in Farcaster. That's a clean handle, actually. Talent on Farcaster.
That's real.
Um, yeah, it's really clean, man. Yeah, I mean, again, we launched this Builder Score B2. So if you were an OG on Builder Score B1, you can go to the platform and see your new Builder Score. It will, I'm 90%, 99% sure it will be higher. And if it's lower, I mean, it's your fault because you didn't build enough. Yeah, and we are launching like new things, new aesthetics, more apps building in top of our ecosystem that are going to announce soon. We are having a lot of different campaigns, builder rewards with base right now. Again, build and get rewarded. And literally, there's not call to action. I mean, just do the things you do every week, but now you will start getting paid only if you have a base name and a human check mark and a protocol. So yeah, make sure you have that. And if you have that, then you will get free magic money on the internet for free. And yeah, thanks to Base and Talent Protocol. Probably more builder rewards coming with other ecosystems and protocols. That's probably, I don't know.
Marketer score. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I don't know.
A dev
Uh,
score.
yeah, and yeah, new scores coming. A lot of things have going to happen. So yeah, but I don't like to tell. I like to show. So I will, of course, share everything once it's happening. I don't know. This is the ending. Should I say my socials also?
Yeah, give your socials. There's one more thing I want to talk about, but you can share your screen, share your socials, show yourself, get everyone to follow you, and then I want to talk more about base names. So everyone, keep sending your base names, keep sending your ETH addresses, keep sending your ENS, keep sending,
Yeah, I
keep
mean, you can search me on Twitter as Juampi. That's not my handle, but probably I will pop up Juampi.eth. So yeah, same on Farcaster, Juampi, as my name you can see here. And yeah, follow me because
sending.
social media is the most important thing on my life. More likes, more follower is more dopamine to my brain. So make me happy.
It's funny. I mean, it's really important. Crypto social is really important when we talk about on-chain use cases. So I'm glad it came up. I'm glad it's taken
Yeah, yeah.
the center stage here.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, what do you want to talk about base rewards?
I want to talk about base name. We should
Oh,
even
base name. Sorry.
we should show people how to grab a base name if people aren't familiar, because it seems like people need a base name for talent as well. So we both
Sure.
have incentive to show
Do,
people.
do, do you want to show your screen or my screen?
Do you want to do it? You want
I
to show
can
your
do it.
screen?
Yeah.
Hell
Let me
yeah,
share.
baby! I'd love for it to be the guest rather than the host.
Yeah. So let me
Just make
share
sure your
base
seed
name.
phrases aren't.
Yeah, yeah. So you just need to go to base.org/names and you will be to the base name landing page. It's really cool, really good animated. So yeah, you have like all the benefits here. Basically, it's powered by ENS. It's actually an ENS subdomain. It's a way to have your identity, blah 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 blah. And you can go here and search for, I don't know. Let's see, home base. Probably it's already taken.
It is,
Yes,
unfortunately.
it is.
We didn't even get it.
But I could get OX Homebase, and that's available. And I should pay 0.15 cent. That's actually super, super, super cheap. But this is the cool thing. If you go here to learn more and you fit any of these criteria, including if you have a builder score above 50 points, you get the base name for free. So you save 0.15 cents just for being a builder. That's
Whoa,
really it's really interesting. Yeah.
yeah. I actually didn't know that. That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, that's super cool. And yeah, you can like register it. I'm not going to register, but if you go here and you click blah blah blah, it's asking for my password and I don't have it
I
here.
mean, do it register.
Uh,
Do it, if you're not signed in.
No, but I'm signed up. So for example, with this wallet, I'm the owner of Jean-Paul.base.
Mm.
Of course, I have Juampi.base and other base names, but in this wallet, I have Jean-Paul.base. And if I go to my profile, this is really cool. This is thanks to OnChain Kit. But
Shout out on chain kit.
yeah, but yeah, shout out to OnChain Kit, of course. But on the past, if I clicked here, I could actually go to my dashboard. If I'm not wrong, what happened? Well, I don't know
Mm.
what happened, but if you do like this and go to names and go to Juampi, for example, slash your actually base name, you can go to this page where you can manage all your things related to base name. So, for example, you could see your base name. Maybe you can link some socials here. You can put your skills. So I put all these ones. You can see your own chain score. That this is different from the builder score and it's a bit messy. But the cool thing for you to know is that the owner score uses the builder score on the back. So yeah, builder score at the end of the day is the meme of God handling everything on the world. So that's a builder score. Yeah, you can see it here on builder activity. Um, and yeah, you can like explore different things and you can like put mini apps here embedded on the base name. So yeah, get a base name basically.
Get a base name. Nice. All right. So, is there anyone who's currently in the chat who still is unaware of how to get a base name? I hope everyone here already has a base name. If they don't have a base name, they know how to get one. And if you still don't know, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter or Warpcast. I am happy to help you. And then you better get started on Talent Protocol right after.
Yeah, man, of course.
Especially now that the builder rewards are here and they are ready for the taking. So if you are building on base, you better pay attention. You might be getting some ETH.
Yeah, there was never a better time to be a builder than now.
I mean, especially on base.
Especially on base, yeah.
Today is always the best day to build on base.
Yeah, still day one, as Jesse would say.
Exactly.
That's a cool thing. We need to make like a ranking of the most cringiest phrases on base.
I mean,
Probably
who
still
better
day
to do
one
it
would
than
be the
Mark?
first one. Just build it could be the second one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Literally,
And a lot of other cringy phrases.
who better to do it than Talent?
Yeah, I probably will do it one day. Yeah,
I think this is a little side project.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
just
yeah.
gonna add it to the docket.
I don't know. You need anything else? Is that all? I'm super happy actually. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, I mean, we have about 10 minutes until I want to start preparing for the next session. So if there's anything crypto related that you want to share with our audience, so everyone here is preparing for the base batches buildathon coming up in about 2 weeks. So if there's anything that you'd want to share with them to prepare them for their base builds, feel free to share, especially if there's a way for them to tap into talent. Or to use in some way.
We are working really close with the base buildathon team. So Talent Protocol will be in all buildathons. You actually, when you make the registration, I think you can link your Talent Protocol profile. Every submission, if you participate on the base buildathon, your builder score will increase because we track buildathon participations. And if you participate, the higher your builder score. If you win, your
Alpha,
builder score will be even higher. So that's crazy.
alpha.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think
Oh,
it's a lot because I think it's already on the article based launch. Not sure, but yeah, that was going to happen for sure. I'm going
mhm.
to be a mentor and doing workshops for the LATAM region, Latin America. So yeah, hit me up if you have like something cool to build. And who knows, maybe Talent Protocol even puts a bounty on the side if that's allowed. I'm not sure if that's going to be allowed, but if it's allowed, maybe we do it to for the Talent API. But yeah, it's a great opportunity. Like participate on the best speedathon. I mean, the only thing you could lose is a bit of time, but you will learn a lot.
What is something uh, that Talent Protocol would put up for a bounty? What are things that
Yeah,
builders
best use case of our API if you build something creative or useful.
are interesting? Is there anything specific that you're looking for, that you're thinking of, that you really want to see?
I have a wish list, but not right on my hand right now.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I can't think of anything. I mean, just surprise me. If you do a cool AI agent or something under collateral lending or governance, you have a lot of verticals to build. So, yeah.
Speaking of, I guess that's a good place to cap off this conversation regarding AI agent reputations and how you see AI agents using Talent Protocol.
So this is super curious because there was a team that contacted me literally 2 days ago
Mhm.
that they are building an AI agent and they want to have a profile on Talent Protocol with the builder score. We were always against organizations having profiles because we want profiles to be attached with humans or persons.
Right.
But we are experimenting this of AI agents. So we are talking with them. We are trying to see which is the best way for them to connect wallets and GitHubs of the agent to the platform, so we can track all the reputation of that agent. We are also seeing other opportunities to to make like specific related AI kind of data points to add to the platform. So everyone that is building on AI could get the reputation higher.
Mhm.
So yeah, still nothing defined, but we are for sure exploring that.
Interesting. Yeah, I understand like the need or the want to have most of the reputations be humans. It makes it a lot easier, and it's going to be a real reputation. But giving reputation to bots and to companies is like it's the same way I think about the leaderboards on Warpcast, right? Like if we have companies competing for the same rewards as individuals, then there's like a small discrepancy, right? Like it doesn't really it's not really the same competition, right? Like my like let's say Talent Protocol's profile is the top earner on Warpcast leaderboards. Why would Talent Protocol be competing with individuals who are just like casting about their daily life or what they're building or whatever? Like these are two separate things. It's like it's almost like it's not the same as like comparing like mini apps to like the Warpcast leaderboard. Like the mini app leaderboard is truly different. But there needs to be at least like two different segments within this one leaderboard, because like these accounts aren't humans. You know what I mean? It's either a group of humans or it is a bot. So it shouldn't be like treated the same as individual Warpcast accounts that actually are real humans. Not bots.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's kind of like gray space, but we are trying to work on that. I mean, it's kind of new, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's very new. Of course, it's not something I definitely expected to be solved already. That's for sure. We're gonna have to do the hard work and solve it ourselves.
But yeah,
But this is why we love crypto, right? We
yeah,
get to
I love crypto, man. I mean, literally, I'm wearing all crypto merch right now, so yeah.
stand up. What are you wearing? We can't see.
This is like an NFT ticketing platform from Argentina that they are,
Hey,
yeah, and they are like super cool. They're like electronic party. Well, that's another use case on chain for ticketing.
ooh,
They are like literally the biggest platform of ticketing for electronic music. All the DJs in the world that come to Argentina use that platform,
oh shit.
and they are using NFT on the back, and no one knows they are using NFT because they don't shield it. They did the things right. They use blockchain without telling they are using blockchain, because at the end no one cares who the fuck is using blockchain or the chain. No one cares. No
Yeah,
one cares.
yeah.
So that's cool. Then this like pant is like yeah, it's like a
Fire.
beer, an on-chain beer. So it's like some guys tokenized beers. So you have this thing called Pinta token. That is a token that
Ooh.
you can exchange one on one for a beer. So you go to some curated beer stations here in Argentina, and you can pay with that. And you give one token, they give you one beer.
Someone's asking in the comments, what is the name of the ticketing platform?
Bombo, BOMBO.
Bumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh, here are the comments. They were like hidden all the time for me. I didn't see. I didn't know there was another tab for the comments. Okay, so probably missed a lot of the comments, but yeah, love you all. Thanks. Thanks God.
yeah, that's hilarious. No worries. Yeah, Argentina really is the crypto wonderland.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
it is.
ticketing, it makes a lot of sense, but do you know OX Designer on Twitter, Warpcast?
Yeah, yeah.
So they casted and tweeted about how they can't remember the last time they used their wallet. And I replied and was like, "Hey, like I know you received Warpcast rewards last week, like your wallet did get used, And they never responded. I mean, usually they do, and I like reply whatever, but they didn't respond, and I just thought to myself, like, this is the future, right? Like, you don't even know where you're going to be using a wallet, right? You might like think crypto's dead because you're not touching a wallet, but now your wallet's being touched in ways like you never even thought, and it's being abstracted away in such a special way. Like, what made me think about that is when you said this ticketing platform is using NFTs on the back end in a way people probably don't even understand, don't even recognize, don't even care about yet. But in 5 years, when they go back and say, holy shit, I still own like the access that I got to this very special concert, so when I'm in these circles, people actually appreciate, this sort of credibility, this sort of provenance, etc. Like that's real value. And even though people might not see it or care about it today, like it's still there, it still exists, and it's still solving a problem.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I actually, fun fact, I used to work in an NFT ticketing company like 3 years ago, or more or less. And so yeah, I have that use case on my heart.
Mm. It's it's a really special one. I mean, even for like Playbill, for my brother is a playwright. He writes for Broadway, so it's even doing ticketing for like Broadway shows for productions, etc. Like very very important. There's a big market here for ticketing, and I love that they nailed down EDM and those sorts of like musicians who are coming to Argentina because it's such a modern niche that really should be using this tech.
Yes, yes, totally agree. So yeah, you are all invited. I mean, you will probably see everything on DevCon on November because it's happening on
Mhm.
Argentina.
Hell yeah, baby! I'll see you there.
I see you there, man.
Can't wait. Dev Connect is going to be amazing.
Yeah, it will.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time and effort. We can start preparing for the next session here. It looks like just about everyone is joining in for our next session. So I'll start getting them prepared. And Juampi, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate your time and your effort.
No problem, man. Super great time. Base time, actually.
Hell
And
yeah.
yeah, just ping me whenever you need I guess another time. So yeah,
I'm
see
sure
you.
that will be soon. Appreciate you.